and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2022 MMA Super Cup hosted in the beautiful city of Manama, Kingdom of Bahrain. This is the first of its kind, the first ever MMA Super Cup, truly pitting nations and regions against each other in the spirit of friendly competition with some of the biggest and best rewards ever seen in amateur MMA contests. Yesterday, the quarterfinals went down, and today the semifinals await. We have 4 nations ready to compete against each other, all looking to secure that #1 spot. Now, with all that said, we will begin with an introduction of the 2 first teams competing in the first of the semifinals. Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Team Ireland. Team Ireland is represented by Ava Cruz at female flyweight, Carrie Ann Vernon at female bantamweight, Jamie Abbott-Bissett at bantamweight, Jordan Bradshaw at featherweight, Lewis Byrne at lightweight, Jordan Fury at welterweight, Connor McCarthy at middleweight, Dennis Perry at light heavyweight, and Gustavo Lopez at heavyweight. And their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Bienvenido, Team Mexico. Team Mexico is represented by Violeta Mendoza Corral at female flyweight, Andrea Gabriela Guzman Salazar at female bantamweight, Jorge Cobos Marin at bantamweight, Gerardo Quintana at featherweight, Luis Enrique Gonzalez Martinez at lightweight, Israel Salcido Rodriguez at welterweight, Cruz Emmanuel Garcia Gonzalez at middleweight, Miguel Angel Serna Castro at light heavyweight, and Daniel Flores Sartorius at heavyweight. Thank you very much, teams Ireland and Mexico. We will return shortly with the first bout at female flyweight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go. The time of combat is upon us. We are locked, stocked, and ready to rock. So, ladies and gentlemen, I implore you, prepare yourselves for action! Allow us to begin with the first bout of this day of competition at female flyweight, 56.7 kilograms. Welcoming in first to the cage, representing Ireland, Ava Cruz! And allow us to welcome her opponent to the cage, representing Mexico, Violeta Mendoza Corral! With both fighters in the cage, allow us to commence with the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing Team Ireland, Ava Cruz! And introducing her opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Mexico, Violeta Mendoza Corral! And the referee in charge of this contest is Sharif Bapu.
Welcome back to the MMA Super Cup 2022. Today we have the semi-finals. Ireland in the cage, the female flyweight, Ava Cruz in the blue corner, Violeta Mendoza Corral in the red.
Interesting little wrinkle to this fight is it is Mendoza Corral's first fight, as she got a bye in the previous round, so perhaps a little bit of a big spinning back fist. I was about to say perhaps a little bit of an advantage for Cruz, who's already been in the cage.
And Ava already commending an impressive rear naked choke victory over Alicia Burt in the quarterfinals. So we know if she gets this fight to the ground, she's got an immense pressure from that rear naked choke from the back position.
Fast start from both fighters.
Violeta maybe looking to set up a spinning kick. She's at least feinting. Opponent's not biting on it yet.
Cruz thought about trying to get on the takedown there, but oh, eats a big shot on her way in.
Violeta seems to have just a little bit of a reach advantage, and she's using it to good advantage.
Girls are landing heavy on one another.
Ava's taken 3 clean shots, but she didn't blink. Testament to her conditioning and fortitude of character.
Mendoza Corral, a master of distance. She circles beautifully. She leads with that lead left hand as well, and she charges that right hand as we're seeing here, and then she'll fire in with the punch and kicks, and she always uses the leg kick to the body, or she goes to the leg with the kick. So after she finishes her combinations, she's keeping her opponent busy as not to receive the counter shots.
Needs to be wary of giving up her back, does Cruz, but good job pummeling in against the cage now. Dropping down through the single. Has a full minute to get her work in here.
Mendoza Corral with the whizzer here. And again, she's got to try and pummel that left arm in underneath the right arm of Cruz. There we go. Now she's got the affordance to turn the position. Nice knee from Cruz.
Ava's a southpaw, so what both these fighters are trying to do is stay on the outside of their opponent's lead foot. Whoever wins that little footwork game is more likely by far to be able to land a clean shot.
Mendoza Corral with the level change, looking for the single leg. She could kick that base leg away to achieve the takedown. Switch to the double. She could also reach down and ankle pick. Beautiful work.
Perfect time to get the takedown as well, just in the closing stanzas of the round. But Cruz, much to her credit, pops right back up, but a solid showing from the competition debutant Mendoza Corral.
Eliminated so far in the tournament are Oceania, Arab champions, Balkan champions, and Tajikistan. Remaining are Ireland, Mexico, Kazakhstan, and Bahrain. The winning team that we're seeing right now, Ireland versus Mexico, will go on to fight for the MMA Super Cup and $100,000 US for their national team association. The losing team will go on to fight for bronze and a $50,000 prize.
Take a look at the replay here, some close quarter action. Cruz has got some nice tight boxes. She tries to come down the pipe, but she walked into a right hand in that instance.
Every time Cruz tries to fire off something offensively, Mendoza Corral fires right back, not giving her any time to settle. It's not so much exchanges as it is rapid fire replies. Again, just firing off. Seems to have the range advantage. Seems to be covering the distance a little bit cleaner than Cruz does Corral.
Yeah, she's just a master. She stays at like mid to long range. And again, she'll use that lead hand to gauge the distance, to distract, just to charge that rear.
It's constantly out there as well, just almost as if saying, this is where I want to keep you. You cannot come within this range. Just ready to fire off her right hand.
Not only is she winning the distance battle, she's also winning that battle of the lead foot. She's keeping her lead foot in the outside, which means her straight can come right down the middle unimpeded.
Nice straight left landed by Cruz, but then replied immediately from Mendoza Corral.
That's a great point, Carrick. She's circling away from that foot to try and keep away from the power hand. In this instance for Cruz, it's her left hand. That's why she's circling around to the left side.
Cruz catches the leg, trying to get in on the single. Good job to run the pipe, but may give up her back.
Cruz looking for the guard pass here. She's going to walk herself up the body, control the head and the arm. At this point in time, looks like she's cleared the legs.
Yep, she's just in that side control position right now.
Mendoza Corral back to her feet here. She's got to swing that right arm around to try and face her opponent.
Does so beautifully. Now has the underhook, needs to dig in, pummel in for the underhook on her right side.
Mendoza Corral doing all the right things up against the cage for cage defense. Underhooks, framing on the head, circling away. She ate a knee in the separation, but she got her back off the cage. Cruz now center cage, looking to pressure Mendoza Corral.
Ava Cruz not winning this stand-up battle, but she does have a clear path to victory that we saw just about a minute ago. Close with her opponent, try and take her down to the ground, work the top game.
Mendoza Corral's corner asking her to calm down, to kind of to throw her technical combinations, but don't rush them.
Again, it seems to be the game plan of Mendoza. The last 10 seconds or so, clinch, takedown.
We have to see that in the game plan of the fighters with a high IQ. They you know, they at the end of the round, they think, right, okay, I want to cement this in the judge's eyes, and they go for that takedown or the last flurry of punches and kicks.
Especially in amateur mixed martial arts, when you only have the 3 minutes with which to work. The course of 3 minutes can be so evenly matched, so to score a takedown at the end or try and initiate a takedown usually does pay dividends if it goes to decision.
Take a look at the replay here. There was the body kick again, and Cruz did a perfect job of reading that, catching it, turning it to a single leg. She scrambled for the top position.
Mendoza Corral feels to be edging this fight. So if you're Ava Cruz, you're going to be thinking, I need to get a finish here to progress. Cruz fired up in the corner.
Round 3, 3 minutes on the clock. And there's a Corral in the red corner.
Nice
Cruz
stiff
in
jab.
the blue.
Violeto's striking is all the more impressive because she's landing shots with power while backing up. That is a rare quality in this sport.
What she's doing very well is, as you say, Carrick, she's backing up and throwing her shots, but that's inviting Cruz onto the shots.
Cruz has got the confidence to come forward, but she's walking onto those straight shots. She's not moving the head. She ate a spinning back fist there. As she comes in, she's not moving her head off the center line. She's just coming forward. But she's going to initiate the clinch here, try and drop down. But again, underhooks a king in this position. Nice turn from Mendoza Corral. Oh, drops the Yanagi attempt here from Cruz. Doesn't get it. She ate a right hand for her pressure. Then Mendoza Corral just complaining about the glove grab from Cruz.
For those of you curious, the reason that drop Seo didn't work is it only works if the opponent is moving forward. They move forward, you basically disappear underneath them and they tumble over the top.
Another big shot from Mendoza Corral. It's all accumulating points and damage in the eyes of the judges. And you can't debate Cruz's toughness, but at the minute it's...
She's being quite predictable as well. She's backing out, she's coming straight in. I like the way she's changing up and going for the single leg. She had success with this before. She could switch to the double. Oh, she eats it.
Eats another shot.
For me, Mendoza Corral, she's flowing a little bit more. She's tying the techniques together. She's more comfortable. She's got great footwork. Whereas Cruz is kind of still in first gear.
Yeah.
In Cruz's defense, we did see her fight and fight very hard yesterday. She may be feeling the after effects of that bout to some extent.
That's a decent shot landed by Cruz. As you say, Dean, she's wading forward, not trying to get her head off the center line, which is leaving her vulnerable to those straight shots from Mendoza Corral.
She's also following her as well. The idea is you want to cut off an angle for on your opponent. You don't want to follow her and then walk onto the shots. But I like the level changes. I like the initiation of the grappling here from Cruz. Mendoza Corral turned on the cage. 10 seconds left here. Can Cruz get her down to the ground? Double underhooks for Cruz. Oh, Mendoza with the counter trip.
And what a way to punctuate the fight for Mendoza Corral. Just seemed to be the cleaner fire. Everything Mendoza Corral was doing seemed to be working for her, whether that was the striking. And for the majority of the fight, Cruz seemed to be chasing Mendoza Corral, which led her on to those heavy shots.
Yeah, that final takedown absolutely was the icing on a big cake of win for the representative from Mexico, Violeta Mendoza Corral.
See the replay here of the complaint of the glove. There's some strikes, a nice left hand from Mendoza Corral. Mendoza with a cleaner right hand straight down the pipe. Cruz found some success on the outside, but she fell foul to the counter trip from Mendoza Corral at the end of the round. We will hand it over to Sebastian Martinez for the official decision.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 action-packed rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-28 in favor of your victor. In the red corner, representing Mexico, Violeta Mendoza Corral. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to continue with the next bout of the evening, contested at female bantamweight 61.2 kilograms. Introducing first, representing Team Ireland, Kerry Ann Vernon. enough to welcome her opponent to the cage, representing Team Mexico, Andrea Gabriela Guzman Salazar. All right, let's begin with the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing Team Ireland, Kerry and Vernon. And introducing her opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Mexico, Andrea Gabriela Guzman Salazar. And your referee in charge of this contest is Jan Vobornik.
Female bantamweights here, the semi-finals. From Ireland, Kerry-Ann Vernon. In the blue corner, her opponent from Mexico, Andrea Gabriela Guzman Salazar. Salazar in the red, Vernon in the blue.
Kerry-Ann Vernon, a very competent boxer, did have a big KO win at the World Cup.
Yeah, she burst onto the IMMAF scene in 2021 with a memorable KO on day one of the IMMAF World Cup. 2021 silver medalist, 2021 World Championships quarterfinalist, 28 years old. Only been doing MMA for a couple of years.
Massive shot right down the middle.
Salazar is trying to pull her head away from the shots, as you saw right there, and that does not work against a striker the likes of Kerry-Ann Vernon.
Well, Kerry, as we saw yesterday, Salazar got away with throwing her strikes and going backwards with her chin up. Against somebody with as competent striking as Kerry-Ann Vernon, she's going to get caught like we're seeing with that straight right. Irish national champion is Kerry-Ann Vernon. Also won a boxing gold at the Gay Games. I think it was 2018.
Yeah, Salazar fought Maha, which had kind of had the same style. They both leant back. But Vernon's got a great, powerful style. She's leant forward. She charges the punches through. And what I love about Vernon, she's got power at the end of the punches. She's got a very long reach, but she retains the power at that range of motion.
And you can see just how calm she is as well. If she can notice that chin going backwards, she's going to double up on the jab. Again, lands that jab to the hook. Punches and bunches for Kerry-Ann Vernon.
Oh.
Another huge shot right down the pipe.
In the entire history of combat sports, pulling away from shots has worked for one person, Muhammad Ali. Generations of people have tried it since. It doesn't work.
It's funny that we're genetically geared to lean away from danger,
Yeah.
and actually in the striking arts, you have to become at one with being hit, and then you won't get hit. Vernon right now is going to town with these right hands.
Again, Salazar leaning back. Kerry-Ann Vernon, very big for the weight class, long, rangy. Oh, huge shot again! Oh, that has to be it. Another big knockout. Kerry-Ann Vernon, debut in the Super Cup. Another viral KO.
And again, Kerry-Ann Vernon finishing in the first round via KO. We spoke about her power at the range. As we take a look at the replay here, watch how she uses that lead hand to come over the top of the overhand right. You can see the eyes go of Salazar, and Vernon follows up with a nice combination to finish. Take a look from another angle here. Look at that, straight on the chin. Salazar down to the canvas. She back up. She eats another crazy crashing overhand right and a left hook.
lesser fighters would have charged in there perhaps and then dived into the guard and given their fighter time or given their opponent time to clinch, but Kerry-Ann Vernon as calm as you like, wading forward, huge shots.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Don Labornik has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 3 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by a TKO, fighting out of a blue corner and representing Ireland, Kerry-Ann Vernon! If that fight was any indication of what we have to expect, we are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. Let us continue with the next bout contested at Bantamweight, 61.2 kilograms. Introducing first, representing Team Ireland, Jamie Abbott Bissett! All right, and let's welcome his opponent to the cage, representing Team Mexico, Jorge Cobos Marin. All right, let's begin with the final introductions as both fighters are now inside the cage. Introducing first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing Team Ireland, Jamie Abbott Bissett! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Team Mexico, Jorge Cobos Marin! And the referee in charge of this contest is Vusal Bayramov.
Bantamweight's next up at the MMA Super Cup. From Ireland, Jamie Abbott Bissett in the blue corner. His opponent, Jorge Cobos Marin from Mexico in the red.
And another unique facet of the Super Cup. Jamie Abbott-Bissett lost yesterday via third round arm triangle. In usual IMAF competition, he would be out, but now he still has an opportunity to be part of the team to contribute and to gain that valuable cage experience. Oh, he had a big shot there. Counter shot from Marin.
Marin now looking to take the back.
Abbott-Bissett needs to roll it towards his opponent. Does a good job. Just taking a little bit of time here, wrapping his opponent up, getting his sensibilities back.
A smart play by Jamie, given he could potentially have been rocked there. Now he's looking to control the posture, limit the damage, regain the equilibrium. Marin, conversely, wants to get a nice bit of posture, break open the legs, pass the guard into a more dominant position. But you could advise him to try and get this one straight to the feet. If he stands away when the guard's open, it will get it back to the feet, and he can start to headhunt again.
But to be fair, Jamie Abbott-Bissett is landing some shots from the bottom.
Slick little technique from Jorge Cobos Marin, too.
Work for the armbar momentarily.
Protected the side of his head and then came straight down with a hammer fist. Not sure I've seen that executed before quite as neatly.
Marin doing a good job of being all the way in. Because if he postures up at that 45-degree angle as opposed to being all the way in or all the way up, he's going to leave himself vulnerable to the submission.
Jamie was threatening that straight armbar on the left arm of Marin. You see there he's getting the grip underneath the armpit.
Over under on it, trying to bring that arm across the body and work for the armbar.
It's sometimes called the 100% to lever over. I think he's trying to threaten that to pull the arm back, because then potentially he can snatch up a triangle with that right leg. He's trying to clear that arm, I think.
And he's incrementally trying to work that guard slowly up the back of Marin. Mexico corner asking for work, saying trabaja, trabaja.
This can be a very tough section of this fight for the judges to try and figure out. Do you value a few big shots over a lot of little shots? There is no perfect answer to it, and that's why we've got world-class officials here from IMAF.
Working body, head, the Mexican fighter.
Marin picking his place to posture up, land some nice hammer fists. There's an opportunity to pass now. Knee slices through. He's going to use some ground and pound, potentially to expose the back here.
Finishing strong as the Mexican fighter.
Yeah, as soon as he exposes the back, he's immediately looking to strike, isn't he? He's trying to take the focus away from Jamie. But Jamie needs focus to think about the next step, the stand back to the feet, the defense. If he's getting hit, he's having to address those punches.
There's that big shot just winging over the top. Again, counteracting that momentum of Jamie Abbott-Bissett as he steps in. Abbott-Bissett done a good job to recover his senses, and to his credit, he was very active off his back. He was landing shots, he was trying to open the guard and work.
Jorge Cobos Marin showing incredible conditioning in this bout. There was a big scramble. He had a landing heavy shots from top. Big scramble when he stood up. There was barely any sweat in his face.
Round two here from Island of Mexico. Now see what Jamie does here. He's going to have to keep the guard up nice and high. His entry's going to have to be clean, and he's going to have to move that head off the center line.
Be a little bit more respectful of the punching power of Marin. Maybe keep the fight at distance. There's another huge shot.
But again, Marin accepts the guard. You'd advise him to back up, allow Jamie back to his feet, and then try and damage the head again.
Perhaps a little bit of inexperience on the part of the Mexico team member.
I wonder if that's the game plan as well, to take the striker down to the ground, control him in the top position, use ground and pound, and then potentially edge out a decision. You could just be sticking to the game plan here as opposed to thinking about tactics in the moment.
Surely you would think you would want to get the fight, your opponent out of the way as soon as possible in anticipation and the hope that you're going to progress to the final.
Yeah, it makes sense. But again, in the melee of battle, sometimes you kind of focus on
it's
the
very
game
easy
plan.
for us to say sitting here, isn't it, Dean? Big shots being landed.
In Jorge Marin's defense, I believe he did win the first round fairly handily, so he may not feel the compulsion to change anything from what he did in the first round. He may be following instinct, and of course his great coaches at this point.
Oh, knee attempt here from Bissett. He's just got to clear the ankle now. He's got to punch the ankle off and then retract the leg from the top of the lever, which is the heel. Here we go. He's going to extend here. He's always tucked it behind the armpit. Immense pressure through the leg here.
Point of the elbow safe.
Quick reminder, heel hooks are not allowed under IMAF rules.
Good job to stay calm from Marin. Now he ends up on top, inside control. Hips are a little high for me. I'd like to see him down. Transitions right into the mount. This is a bad spot for Jamie Abbott Bishop. Gives up the back, one hook in.
Jamie trying to control here. He's got to stay heavy along that belt line.
He's a little bit high, isn't he?
Yeah, you could risk getting shaken off and giving up the bottom position as we're seeing here. He briefly tasted that top position. You've got to be careful to cross the T's and dot the I's when you take the back.
Dramatic changes of position like this obviously have a strategic effect in the fight. You're going to start getting hit more in the head, but psychologically it's very hard to go from a position where you're in power, you're winning, to one where, frankly, you're not right now.
Abbott Bishop needs to roll or do something to get out of this position.
Could be looking to try and set up a leg lock on that right leg. Look to switch through now. But he's got to go for the underhook there on that side, otherwise he risks the back take. Nice ground and pound.
Mount again.
That is exactly how you want to end a round. That knee bar was actually very, very close. When you can end a round with something very emphatic like that, it serves to significantly take away the importance of that knee bar in the judge's mind.
Let's take a look at the replay here. There was that beautiful overhand right from Marin. Perfectly timed.
I like the way he was dipping the head almost as if to instill in the mind of Abbott Bishop that he was going to go for the takedown, and just lands it beautifully right on the chin, gets the knockdown. And pretty much from that point, aside from the knee bar attempt, it was all Jorge.
There was the roll here from Jamie. You can see instantly Jorge goes to cross his legs. And Jamie configured the legs into that knee bar. That was being dangerously close to being finished by Jamie. But he's got to keep his back off the canvas coming into this last round.
Be interesting to see if Marin again goes for that level change to overhand right that's been successful at the start of rounds 1 and 2.
Jamie with some nice pressure up against the cage. Big knee from Jorge. Debilitating position to the uninitiated. Unless you've been in this position, it's difficult to kind of explain. Isn't it? It's like a musculature, like a motor memory.
It's a word of attrition.
Yeah.
Essentially, again, we said it yesterday. It looks like not a lot's happening in this position, but it's probably the most fatiguing. But great shots to the midsection from Abbott Bishop.
It's a game of nuances as well, like the underhooks, the knees, the circles, as we're seeing here. Great work, nice knee from Jorge. And then return fire Uchimata from Jamie, the roll from Jorge.
Wonderful scramble again from Jorge. He's never happy giving up a position. He's always trying to advance.
Side control for Jorge.
Thinking about getting that knee on belly. Abbott Bishop trying to get the
close.
Oh, he's got the leg across the face here. Valiant attempt at the armbar there from Jamie. And from here, he's got to think about underhooks. He's got to think about Upa escapes. He could potentially punch that right arm underneath the belly of Jorge as well and buck and then turn down.
If he can get the underhook, there's also potential for a Darce from this position if he were to roll out of it. Very seldom seen, but I have seen it in competition. And again, knee on belly. Used his strikes to set that up. Preoccupied Bissett with the strikes. Transitions into the mount again. Big shots. Has the back. Hooks in.
Oh, he's pouring the pressure on. Referee looking on. Dangerously close to being finished here. Jorge Marin looking for the finish. The TKO.
Seconds away from a stoppage. There it is.
And Mexico have done it here in round 3. Jorge Cobos Marin with a very impressive TKO victory against a standout from Ireland in Jamie Bissett.
Bissett fought a terrific fight, very aggressive from bottom, scrambled the whole time. Jorge Cobos Marin for Mexico was even better. Mexico now pulls ahead 2-1.
And Cobos coming in as an alternate in this fight, again, speaks to the tactics perhaps of this Super Cup, where you bring in a fresh alternate who perhaps didn't go through a war of attrition the day before. And as we know from yesterday, the Mexicans already proving to be master tacticians when it comes to the MMA Super Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vusal Bayram has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 12 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner via TKO in the red corner representing Mexico, Jorge Cobos Marin! All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with the next fight contested at Featherweight. Introducing first, out of Team Ireland, Jordan Bradshaw! And let's welcome his opponent to the cage, representing Team Mexico, Gerardo Quintana! All right, with both fighters in the cage, let's begin the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team Ireland, Jordan Bradshaw. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Mexico, Gerardo Quintana. And the referee in charge of his contest is Kevin David.
Featherweights at 65.8 kilograms. Ireland, Jordan Bradshaw in the blue corner. Mexico, Eduardo Quintana in the red corner. Bradshaw, 2018 European Open bronze medalist.
Quintana opening up big with the shots, chasing down Bradshaw. Bradshaw, of course, won by unanimous decision in a 3-rounder yesterday. Quintana, another alternate, so fresher perhaps.
This is where we see the tactics of the Mexican team yesterday come to play. Was it worth it? Was it worth having those losses on your amateur record to come into this competition fresh and ready to go?
A step in shot, head kick from Bradshaw.
Quintana has some great boxing skills, close range. He goes to the body and the head as well.
Nice 1-2 from Bradshaw.
Bradshaw does such a great job of switching stances, hiding what weapons are coming next. Goes to the body with the teeth.
Another good straight right down the middle.
Bradshaw's holding that hand just a little bit low. See there where he switches stances, he drops that shoulder forward.
Both fighters working their levels well. Bradshaw covering distance well when he steps in and switches. Quintana holds a very high guard when he's defending himself, so it may be advantageous of Bradshaw to throw the hands, then attack the body. See that elbow comes up very, very high, exposing the ribs if there was shot there for a kick to the body. That body kick is going to be open all day for Bradshaw.
Nice level change, Bradshaw in on the single, looking to chase, turn the corner. Nice frame from Quintana. Great utilization of the whistle and the frame. Beautiful exit from Quintana.
Radically different approach to striking, particularly with the hands between these two. Bradshaw, a headhunter, looking for that knockout with the fists. The Mexican fighter mixing it up very much to the body and the head.
Good balance from Bradshaw to defend the takedown there.
Yeah,
but
did you see him? He anticipated the sweep and just hopped. Beautiful work.
But now he finds himself taken down.
10 seconds, try and shelf that leg, get a couple of shots in.
And again, in a very close round, gentlemen, to score the takedown in the final 10 seconds could be enough to punctuate the round.
It might not. I really wanted to have seen some strikes on the part of our Mexican fighter, Gerardo Quintana. Takedown in and of itself may not have been enough to get him that round, but as you said, it certainly was close.
Great boxing skills being displayed. Look at this inside leg kick from Quintana. Two very high level strikers. But Quintana looking to go down for the takedown at the end of the round again. Tactics in MMA. Get the takedown, potentially secure the favor of the judges. As we take a look at the replay here, it's a nice left hand from Bradshaw. There was the entry to the takedown. Drove forward with the shoulder, clasped on both legs, and maintain the top position. Round 2. Ireland and Mexico. Inside leg kick from Bradshaw. Great combination from Quintana. It goes to the body as well, comes through the guard with the uppercut.
Really laying it on now. Punches his way into the takedown.
I'll give his back up here. Didn't address the underhook. Now Bradshaw on the outside with the single. Head inside. There's the frame and the whizzer combination that Quintana uses beautifully up against the cage. From here he'll separate and try and gain an angle, pummels the left underhook in.
And this is exactly what you were talking about, Dean. Those little nuances, those little microaggressions within a fight that help you win.
Nice takedown from Quintana.
Looking for a leg lock. There it was. His coach called for it. His coach said now is the time for jiu-jitsu, and I couldn't hear the rest of the Spanish properly, but that was set up straight by his coach. Absolutely brilliant coaching.
And they switched to bicep grip on it to get a little bit more leverage, but with these shin guards and with the bigger gloves, it's a little bit more difficult to get in on that calf.
Quintana now has to keep heavy with those hips, almost sprawl down to the ground. Then he can start to pin the legs down and skip round to the side control. He's got to be careful of the scissor sweep.
Yep.
Oh, nice stack. Quintana with a nice hammer fist. Bradshaw with the overhook here, but he's got to pummel that left underhook to gain some sort of leverage to get back to the feet or sweep. Feet on the hips here for Bradshaw.
Just landing little pot shots off the back, but with a 3-minute round, you really don't have a lot of time to be on your back, even if you're threatening with the likes of submissions and landing shots.
Yeah, you kind of have to pick your poison, don't you? Do you walk back to the cage, potentially get stuffed against the cage, but use it to walk? Do you try and get to your feet? Maybe some shots as you're coming up to your feet.
Again,
Leg lock coming, leg lock attempt coming again. Oh,
nice up kick. I like that from Bradshaw, though. You know, Quintana's looking for the leg lock. He used the up kick to deter him. Now he's back to his feet. Beautiful work.
I like that glove touch between the two. Gerardo said, yeah, kick me in the face. Good job. Touch hands, get right back at it.
10 seconds left in the round. That prompted this nice single leg from Bradshaw.
Needs to be wary of the triangle, though. As I stated during the first round, that body kick, that left body kick is open for Jordan Bradshaw every time, because when he lands that 1-2, the hands, the guard of Quintana come up very, very high.
As an aside, I want to say this is a phenomenal showing from Mexico. They were ranked 14th in the world. They were a wild card entry into this, the MMA Super Cup, and they have proved themselves to be deserving, not just to be here, but maybe even to win this whole thing.
Well, on the counter side of that, I will say it's a fantastic showing from Ireland as well, Carrick, just to provide balance.
Ireland, of course, ranked number 7 in the world, so they do belong in the top 8, indubitably.
Take a look at the replay here. Nice right hand from Bradshaw. But it was the forward pressure from Quintana. Here's the footlock attempt. Didn't gain the correct angle on that one. Readjustment of the shin guard for Bradshaw. We get underway here. Semi-finals of the MMA Super Cup 2022. More urgency now in this third round from both athletes. Quintana storming forward. Look for him to go to the body as well, close range.
Big overhand landed there. Bradshaw needs to get his back away from that cage.
One thing I love about Bradshaw's defense is when he shells up, when he covers his head, it's not defensive. He's just waiting for the moment to counter back.
Quintana's looking for that head kick here because Bradshaw drops the arm. When he switches stances or he moves out of range,
Drops the shoulder a little bit.
Drops his shoulder, yeah, which exposes his head just like that.
Now, in pure boxing, you can get away with that. You can hide the chin behind the shoulder, but for the likes of a head kick that can come up over that, it's very dangerous.
Yeah, it's problematic in mixed martial arts, slipping the head, as well as in Muay Thai as well, slipping from side to side, because the head kicks are available.
A nice stiff jab from Bradshaw.
Quintana again trying to set up that rear leg. He's kicking low, and then he's going to go high.
Nice movement from Bradshaw, just slipping punches, evading. Again, needs to be very careful, unless he's trying to bait Quintana into something. Solid 1-2 from Bradshaw again. Just very clean, solid, fundamental striking. Good work to the body. I love what Bradshaw's doing now when he senses that his back is against the cage, circles out, takes the center.
There's that body kick you were speaking about. Bradshaw's starting to target that now. Nice combination from Bradshaw as he pushes forward.
Again, Bradshaw doing that nice little trope of jumping over the sweep.
Oh, big overhand right. The Mexican storming in now, trying to take the Irishman out. Bradshaw doesn't seem wobbled by that. He's pressing forward. Nice head movement. Oh, beautiful jab.
With the shots with the Mexican fighter, they look good, but he's landing one big shot, and then the rest seem to be landing on the gloves.
The Mexican Eduardo Quintana seems to be fighting with some sort of possession, some sort of conviction.
We can hear his coaches say, "For your uncle, do this for your uncle." So
yeah, that could be a great motivation if, as a family member, maybe there's something.
Not just fighting for yourself, not just fighting for your team, but also fighting for your family is a huge motivator.
Oh, big overhand right. Single leg attempt from Bradshaw.
50-50 position, takedown from Bradshaw.
Bradshaw's going to stay heavy here. There's the leg lock attempt at the end.
Very, very close round. Bradshaw was implementing more of the counter striking, whereas the forward momentum seemed to be with Quintana.
Take a look at the replay here. A nice short right hand from Bradshaw. Quintana going to the body close range. There was the exit from Bradshaw.
Conceivably, you could make an argument for either man in this fight.
And what an exciting fight as well from two very game individuals. Highly skilled, highly motivated.
Technically very clean striking too. The hands were fantastic from both men.
There really is no bigger platform in amateur mixed martial arts than the IMF cage. And each year we see the progression of the athletes move forward more with the progression of the athletes in the striking, the grappling realm. They're forced to elevate their game for the next competition.
And that gap between amateur and professional is getting ever, ever smaller.
I wouldn't be shocked if we have the first split decision of this, the MMA Super Cup 2022.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of high-paced action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. All 3 judges score of about 29-28 in favor of your winner. In the red corner, representing Mexico, Geraldo Quintana. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what an action-packed event it has been so far. I'm sure that tone will continue. Let's move to the lightweight division. Welcoming in first, representing Team Ireland, Lewis Bird! And let's welcome his opponent to the cage, representing Mexico, Luis Enrique Gonzalez Martinez! All right, with both fighters in the cage, let's begin the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team Ireland, Lewis Bird! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Mexico, Luis Enrique Gonzalez Martinez. And the referee in charge of this contest is Scott Manhart.
This fight at lightweight, 70.3 kilograms from Ireland in the blue corner, Lewis Byrne. His opponent from Mexico, Luis Enrique Gonzalez Martinez, in the red corner. Byrne, a veteran of the 2019 World Championships and the 2021 World Cup, yet to medal in the IMF competition, however.
Landed a nice counter hook there as Gonzalez was coming in.
Oh, nice right hand. There's the killer instinct from Byrne.
Right hand seems to be landing for Lewis Byrne. Threatens with a takedown, just to remind his opponent that it's there.
Nice 1-2 head kick here. Beautiful work.
Put the combinations together very well.
Martinez very clear and concise with his Muay Thai striking. Great checks. Likes to finish with the kicks as well, as we're seeing here.
Solid shot to the body from Byrne. Nice slip there from the Mexican.
Oh, spinning back fist from Byrne. Head kick returned.
Oh, big shot. Perfectly timed shot from Martinez. Momentarily rocked Burn again.
No feeling out process here in round one. It's all about weapons and landing on the target here for Martinez. Martinez looking for the deep twitch in the rear hip there to fake. Burns doing a good job. Oh, nice takedown defense. He's doing a good job of using the tie hop as well to fake the leg kick.
Solid anticipation of the takedown there from Burn. Marking up under the right eye of Burn.
Oh, overhand right from Burn as he beckons his opponent on. Oh, complaint of a lone blow there from Martinez at the bell.
Mexico has a very strong tradition in Muay Thai. In the rules of Muay Thai, if you get hit, you're required to hit back. If you hit back, it's basically neutral. Nothing happened. So in Muay Thai, there's a huge emphasis on hitting back after you've been hit. We're seeing that in all the Mexican fighters. They're always aggressive. They're always trying to hit. But when they get hit, they try to hit back even harder.
Well, it could be something that Burn could read in the fact that when you kick somebody, they kick you straight back. You get them to mirror you, and you can time the catch, you can time the counter. So it's all about promoting like predictability from your opponent. But we're seeing two high-level strikers here duke it out. Burn and Martinez looking for the little ways in, looking for the fakes and feigns. It's kind of like a game of kinetic chess on the feet. They're waiting for that ample opportunities. We look at the replay here. We see Martinez on the outside. He uses the jab. Nice stiff jab there to Burns.
There's a lot of different standards for judging mixed martial arts or any combat sport. One simple one is who hurt who more by that standard. Looking at Burns' face, he does appear to have taken a little bit more damage than has his opponent Martinez.
Yeah, for Burn, he's got to take center cage. He's got to initiate. He's got to put his plan first. He's got to use combinations as well.
A couple of times he tried to finish on that hook in the first round. Slipping well as Burn.
This is what we need from Burn. Pressure, head movement, combinations. He's got to put Martinez on the back foot.
Yeah, he can't allow Martinez time to settle into his rhythm like he did in the first round.
It's often we see with Muay Thai as well. They like their own rhythm. They fire, 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 return, check. He's got to stagger that rhythm, does Burn. He's got to kind of play the drums off beat, as it were.
Make it a little scrappier. Make it a little dirtier.
Burn fighting for the double underhooks. Difficult to see if he's got the right underhook.
Doesn't quite have it. 50-50 position right now.
Right, so he's got to pummel that right arm underneath the left arm of Martinez. Nice knee. That one got through.
Scope here to knee to the thighs as well. A little bit of head fighting going on right now. Both fighters trying to establish their head underneath the chin of their opponent.
Nice turn from Martinez. Burn returns fire. Back on the outside. Referee looking on. He could look for a separation here. There's the prompt from the referee. Burn on the outside. He's controlling on the outside, but he's not doing enough for the referee.
That's where you see him just up that frequency a little bit now. Little hammer fist to the ribs, shots to the thighs.
Rules for mixed martial arts very strongly favor heavy shots over a multitude of light ones. I think it would be to Burns' advantage to try and set up one more, maybe perhaps a big knee to the body.
Burn with a nice overhand right. He's finding the mark now, but he's got to keep the pressure in a forward motion. Oh, turning back kick from Martinez. Heavy leg kick from Martinez. You can see instantly when the momentum switches. When Martinez is pressuring, he does well. When Burns pressures, he does well. This is the thing with these two high-level strikers. They've got to be first.
Yeah, there's such an ebb and a flow to this fight. It's really who lands their strikes first, who's a little bit quicker to the punch.
Oh! The cartwheel kick, and he's took out the ref.
I have
Was
never
something
seen
I have
that
never
in my life.
seen.
Oh my
before.
goodness! Did you see the cartwheel kick right at the end of the round? I jumped out of my seat, and I think I accidentally punched Kerrick.
Scott Manhart down for the count.
Can we see a replay of that,
We
please?
need to see the replay. The truck.
Luckily, our referee is a very, very tough guy.
Might get a switch to the referee here because he's still on the deck.
And the
There's
Rolling
the cartwheel
thunder as he
straight
steps
to the
between.
head.
So
Oh my goodness!
the most definitive shots of the fight so far has been landed upon our referee, Scott Manhart. Obviously, we hope he's okay.
Luis Enrique Gonzalez Martinez taking out the ref at the end of the round here at the MMA Super Cup 2022. That one's going to go viral, Phil.
Scott's up on his feet. I think he's okay. Yeah, we're going to get another referee in here, I think. Took it like a champ. Fair play to him.
That was clean as well. We're going to get another replay.
Scott Manhart's a tough guy. And he's
Very
staying
fast
in. He's staying in as the center
Oh.
referee. Got a little smile for the Mexican kid. And the fight goes on.
The referee's got to keep his hands up in there. First time I've ever said that.
I've never had to tell a referee protect yourself all
Yeah.
the time.
Oh, man. Anything can happen in MMA. This is what makes it so exciting. We've got round 3 here. Burn in the blue corner. Martinez in the
beautiful
red.
trip takedown. Lands right into side control. Pretty much a full round with which to work here.
Burn inside control now. I like the way he's pressuring the head. He's got the shoulder of doom in the face as well as controlling the head and the arm. Optimum control, but he's got to progress his position. He can go to the knee slice to the mount. He can also threaten submissions on the right arm of Martinez.
See Martinez trying to get that underhook in, trying to free him off, but could end up getting crucifixed. Just pushing away at the hip to try and create a little bit of space for himself. He'll try and get onto his own left side hip and roll in. Watch out for the arm bar.
Very slick technique. That wall running you don't see very often. It makes sense when you see it, but it takes a ton of practice.
Nice chase from Martinez. Got to be careful about the back take here. The key is that right arm. He needs to get it underneath his opponent's leg or underneath the underhook of the arm. Full guard for Burns now. Going to work defensively off his back. Just over a minute and 30 seconds left in this third round. Overhook here for Burn. Potentially stuff that right arm through for the triangle.
Martinez rubbing that forehead against the nose.
With coming up to a minute left, if you're Lewis Burn on the bottom, you're going to want to get to your feet straight away. Get the feet on the hips, push off, create distance, because you cannot spend a full minute at the end of the third round on your back.
Burn is such a tough fighter, though. I think it takes away from the strategic nature of his thinking. Wherever he is, the kid just loves to fight. If he's on bottom, he wants to hit you. Standing, wants to hit you. Doesn't maybe have an overall strategic plan for this fight, though.
Stand up for the referee here. Last 40 seconds of round 3. Burn and Martinez. Ireland and Mexico here at the MMA Super Cup.
The referee Scott Manhart maintaining a safe distance this time. Takedown, but bounced right back up, did Martinez.
Double underhooks here for Burn. Volley lock takedowns are available. See if he goes for it. Last 10 seconds of the round. Oh, there's the counter from Martinez. Hammer fist from Martinez. What a great fight between Ireland and Mexico here at the lightweight division of the MMA Super Cup.
Real back and forth battle between two very, very competent fighters.
Be interested to see what the judges have on the scorecard for this one. A great contested fight.
that rolling thunder that Scott Manhart suffered, it got me to thinking, one of the things people don't consider about highlight clips is the other guy in the highlight clip, the guy who got knocked out. But this is a case where neither fighter, neither person, neither participant wants to be in that highlight reel. Scott, the official, certainly didn't want to be seen getting knocked down, and we know Luis Enrico Gonzalez Martinez, super nice guy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these two hard-hitting warriors and the iron-chinned referee, Scott Manhart. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the fight 29-28 in favor of the winner. In the blue corner, representing Ireland, Lewis Byrne! All right, let's move ahead to the welterweight division with this next bout, and let's welcome in the next fighter representing Team Ireland, Jordan Fury! And let's welcome in his opponent, representing Team Mexico, Israel Salcido Rodriguez! All right, with both fighters in the cage, let's continue with the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing Team Ireland, Jordan Fury! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Mexico, Israel Salcido Rodriguez! And the referee in charge of this contest is Manap Kabdiev.
Okay, we move to the welterweight, 77.1 in kilograms from Ireland, Jordan Fury. His opponent in the red corner, Israel Salcido Rodriguez. Fury in blue, Rodriguez in the red.
Speaking to Jordan Fury this morning at the Fighter Hotel, I said, what's the game plan? He just said, I'm just going to go in there, bite down on my gum shield and knock him out.
Yeah, Fury, a KO specialist, 6-1, 5 KOs and 1 sub.
Again, has a big, powerful left hand that if he lands clean with that, more often than not, it's night-night. Beautiful lead hook from Fury. Rodriguez, one of the fighters that decided to default yesterday to keep himself fresh for today. And against Jordan Fury, the more you think about it, it was an intelligent game plan.
He's throwing with his hands, a little bit reckless for me though. Chin up in the air, he's reaching a little bit, is the Mexican. A dangerous play against a knockout artist such as Fury.
Rodriguez cannot stand in front of his opponent. If he does, he's going to eat a couple straight shots and go to sleep. He's got to circle a little bit more.
Nice work to the body from Fury.
Fury does a great job of whipping the punches in. It's much like he's holding a kettlebell and he's trying to throw it out the window. He charges the hand through, uses the torso as well. That's where all his power comes from. Beautiful head kick from Fury.
That leads me to believe you've been in a situation where you've thrown a kettlebell out of a window, Dean.
Well, it was rude to me. I had to do it.
In the clinch position, and Fury's going to want to get some separation here.
Oh, takedown attempt from Fury. Back to the feet is Rodriguez.
It's always interesting when I see a fighter who's winning in the striking exchanges try and clinch and get the takedown.
There's the tactics of mixed martial arts as well. If Fury's trying to sell the fact that he wants to grapple, it's going to open up the striking more, because Rodriguez is going to be worrying about that clinch and the takedown. Oh, big swing and a miss from Fury.
Good head control from Fury. Establishes one underhook.
Fury with a knee. Whizzer for Fury, back up against the cage. Rodriguez looking to knee the legs of Fury. Knee to the midsection from Rodriguez. Fury with some nice takedown defense. Heavy hips, beautiful work.
Beautiful trip takedown, lands straight into the side control.
An excellent counter from Fury, now in side control position. See if he can try and establish the Americana on the right arm.
Just don't think he has enough time to get it worked. Just punctuating the round with some heavy ground and pound.
10-9 Jordan Fury. You could also make a very good argument that was actually a 10-8.
Fury is very tough to contest with. The question is, can he keep that furious pace up throughout the rest of the rounds if it goes that distance? And it only takes one from Fury. Take a look at the replay. Look at that head movement from Fury. Charging in. Ate that right hand from Rodriguez.
They say that the old adage of iron sharpens iron, and from a very young age, Jordan Fury has trained with Dara Kelly. Dara Kelly, a standout in Irish amateur MMA, now making his way in the pro ranks. So to have a consistent training partner like Dara Kelly, paying dividends in the cage.
Round two, Rodriguez in the red and Fury in the blue.
Rodriguez wants to hold those hands higher than his chest.
Oh, head kick from Fury. Rodriguez did a good job of keeping the hands up nice and high in that exchange. Fury charging that left hand straight down the pipe. That's what he's known for, his knockout power.
Yeah, it's that big left hand, and he's very intelligent in that he can land 2 or 3 big strikes, step out, and then reassess. He's very good at not crowding his work, not smothering his work. Just searching with the jab, using that to establish distance, and then pop comes the left hand.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. That has to be it.
Ground and pound from Fury, looking for the finish here in round two. Can Ireland punch its way through in the semi-finals? Fury pouring on the pressure. Rodriguez looking to cover up. Oh, beautiful work. Jordan Fury from Ireland punches his way through the semi-finals here at the MMA Super Cup 2022.
All about that big left hand from Jordan Fury. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the name Jordan Fury.
And here's the replay. Did a good job of being very heavy with the hips. Allowed him to modify his base and his balance to charge down those punches down the pipe. Rodriguez did try and cover up, but you see there the stack from Fury enabled him to win by ground and pound.
You see, just pulling with the jab that pops that left. Always finding space for it. Grind and pound to finish. And if this is the last time we see Jordan Fury as an amateur before he transitions into pro, what a privilege it has been.
And how scary is the thought of that man in 4-ounce gloves?
4-ounce gloves, yeah.
With elbow strikes.
Yeah. Rodriguez is slowly back to his feet here, and we will hand it over to Sebastian Martinez for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Manap Kapti has called a stop to this fight at 1 minute and 11 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner via TKO, fighting out of a blue corner representing Ireland, Jordan Fury!
In very, very dramatic fashion, Ireland has now pulled back. They were down 3-1. Looked like they were going to get bumped out of this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, both teams are tied at 3 wins apiece. Who will be the first to secure 5 victories and thereby a spot in the finals? That question will be answered inside the cage. But first, let's move on to the middleweight division and welcome in the next fighter representing Team Ireland, Conor McCarthy! All right, let's welcome in his opponent representing Team Mexico, Cruz Emmanuel Garcia Gonzalez. All right, with both fighters in the cage, let's continue with these final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of a blue corner, representing Team Ireland, Conor McCarthy! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Mexico, Cruz Emmanuel Garcia Gonzalez. The referee in charge of this contest is Haji Muhammad Ali.
Middleweight action here at the MMA Super Cup, 83.9 kilograms. Conor McCarthy from Ireland in the blue corner. His opponent from Mexico, Cruz Emmanuel Garcia Gonzalez in the red.
Both these men making their debut in the competition. McCarthy coming in as an alternate to replace Cameron Clements. Gonzalez, one of the fighters who took a default loss. McCarthy, a very good striker. I've called him a number of times back home in the Emerald Isle. Very fast hands. Digging into the body is Gonzalez. Both men very calm, relaxed, light on the feet.
Gonzalez is going to get a warning there for that kick to the knee. Straight right hand down the pipe from McCarthy. And a bit of a feeling out process here tactically, gauging the distance, gauging the range, gauging the responses from each athlete. From here they consolidate the information and determine the next game plan and also the counter strikes.
Both men very up and down, very light on the feet, giving their opponent different looks. Again, almost mirroring one another. Not far away with the right hand was McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy invested in that body. I think that's going to pay dividends. Brings the hands down of the Mexican. And he always finishes with that left hook to the top of the head. He's trying to bring the hands down to finish with a nice headshot.
You hear the Mexican corner saying Canelo. I'm guessing that's something boxing oriented.
Gonzalez has got that kind of points fighting style, and he's
karate-esque, isn't it? Yeah, in and out,
bouncing in and out. Yeah, which is usually in the exchanges. Though the hands are slightly lower from the taekwondo and the karate background, but we know McCarthy's got some very dangerous power.
Just to confirm, they're saying Canelo, just like we practiced Canelo close distance. I don't think Gonzalez has checked any of those leg kicks so far from McCarthy. Again, as he was investing into the body, investing into those leg kicks will pay dividends going into the second round.
Given the style as well, the in and out point style, you tend to see the feet a little bit more kind of rigid and elongated as opposed to squatted. And it disallows you to transfer your weight to check that lead leg when you have that lot wider base that we see sometimes from the karate stylists.
If the karate stylist, taekwondo stylist is bouncing up and down, if you can time that kick just as they're putting their weight on it.
Clear 10-9 round for Conor McCarthy. Gonzalez is going to have to show something very significantly different than he did in round one to pull ahead in this fight. Excellent replay action. You see huge power from Conor McCarthy. And there's what is undoubtedly some sage corner advice being transferred. Oh, that's called money in the bank, and that was about perfectly placed on the liver. Conor McCarthy, very tough guy, didn't blink.
Majority of the first round contested on the feet. Very little clinching or takedown attempts from either man.
Mexican team's coach wants him to attack the body and the head both. Let's see how good a listener he is.
Round 2 now here. We might see McCarthy with a little bit more urgency. He's faking, oh, beautiful work with the leg kick. He's faking that jab out to hide that left hook.
Throwing some lovely feints.
Oh!
A couple of times Gonzalez has dipped as if to throw to the body. He just decides to change his mind at the last minute. It's like McCarthy's trying to time that lead hook just as Gonzalez is coming in. And again, digging in with a leg kick. Gonzalez cannot take too many more of these.
Gonzalez sometimes holds that right hand a little bit low in the exchanges, and when he backs out kind of mid to long range, I think that's why we're seeing the left hook, the jab and the left hook combinations come from McCarthy. Changes levels after the leg kick, initiates the clinch. Gonzalez on the outside now. For me, McCarthy is just pulling the trigger more often than Gonzalez. Gonzalez is kind of waiting for the target, whereas McCarthy already has it in his sights and he's looking to take him out.
Just slides out of the way, lets Gonzalez hit fresh air and replies with a beautiful jab hooker straight. The Mexican corner want a little bit more from Gonzalez.
Oh, nice jab from McCarthy on the point with a leg kick. Very, very clean from McCarthy.
Gonzalez's head is very static when he comes forward and throws those punches. That's why that hook has been working so well for McCarthy. Very patient approach from McCarthy.
That kick return from Gonzalez just doesn't have the same vicious intent as it does from McCarthy. He really sinks that shin in. There's a better kick from Gonzalez.
But eats a hook for his trouble, as we sometimes see in amateur mixed martial arts. When fighters throw the kicks, they drop the hand slightly. Sometimes comes from that Thai background where you have to whip the arm down to throw the kick.
10 seconds left in the round here. McCarthy stalker on the outside. Jab from McCarthy. Gonzalez forced to back up for those leg kicks.
Gonzalez is now down 20-18. He needs to finish his opponent in order to win this fight. And as a reminder, Team Mexico, Team Ireland are now tied at 3 apiece with 5 to win. This is absolutely a pivotal bout in this tournament for both teams.
Take a look at the replay here. Heavy leg kicks from McCarthy. And I like the way he responds with the left hook as well to prevent Rodriguez from countering after the leg kick.
It's almost as if to say to him is that when I throw this, if you come in, that's waiting for you.
And he's touched him with that jab left hook combination as well. So Rodriguez is Gonzalez, excuse me, is definitely aware of the power of that. So he's using that weapon with the preempt that Gonzalez is could potentially be scared of eating that left hook.
Expect to see a little bit more impetus from Gonzalez. He's going to have to take the fight to McCarthy a little bit more if he wants to come away with the win.
He's going to have to go for broke. He's going to have to throw everything out there. There we can see that. He's edging himself on with the... You can see he's got more tenacious style now. He's pushing forward a little bit more. He's looking for combinations. He's putting more power in that right hand.
Hands are very low, a la Taekwondo.
Oh, there's a level change.
Very adroitly thwarted by Conor McCarthy.
Nice head control by McCarthy.
Oh, there's a low blow there from McCarthy.
McCarthy being directed to a neutral corner. coaches are not allowed to coach during a medical break. Hadi Muhammad Ali sending both fighters to a neutral corner, and that is painful to watch.
We're back underway, round 3. Gonzalez and McCarthy.
Nice work by McCarthy.
And Gonzalez still hasn't made the adjustment to lift that lead leg to check that kick.
Yeah, if you're Gonzalez, you're going to have trouble getting out of bed tomorrow.
McCarthy sensing danger, initiates the clinch knee, but he's got to be careful about going low again. He potentially might get a point taken here.
McCarthy protesting that it wasn't a low shot.
We're going to get a look at it.
It looked like it
Was that
glanced
on
on
the
the right arm, yeah.
More
But
so
it could
on
have
the
punched his own arm into the groin, but then,
Wouldn't mind seeing that one more time, ideally in slow-mo.
Or not.
If there is a point deduction, it could be a huge moment in this fight.
He's not going to take a point.
Final
Interesting.
warning.
I think that's the right call, given the referee doesn't have the affordance of the replay.
Yeah.
You know, and that did definitely glance on the arm. Whether it pushed the arm into the cup or not is you know, subjective. But
Fantastic refereeing from Hadi Muhammad Ali.
As always.
Well, you saw a little bit of buckle in the knee there after that leg kick.
oh, but there's the counter from Gonzalez. He's got to separate now and hunt for the head. You could argue he's got to go for a finish here. Oh, gets the takedown back up to the feet.
Great corner.
Gonzalez charging forward.
Mexican corner is saying separate, separate, separate. Do not wrestle with him. Separate and knock him out. When you get a shot to the head is foggy for 5 to 10 seconds, then it clears. You've got a short window to try and win this fight.
Although McCarthy doing the right thing by trying to smother his opponent, give himself a little bit of time to reprieve. He was a little bit guilty there of getting involved in a firefight.
Gonzalez now needs to attack.
35 seconds left on the clock here in round 3.
McCarthy's head is clear. He's fully back in this fight.
He's looking for the clinch here to slow this down and control.
Give himself a little bit of a breather.
Oh, he's caught in the guillotine here.
Don't know how deep it is. 20 seconds left. Arm in guillotine.
Look for Gonzalez to drop down and then secure a guard position. Lets it go. Back to the feet here. Heavy swings from McCarthy. Ten seconds left in round 3. McCarthy slowing down the action with the grappling. A great affordance in mixed martial arts to change the weapon up. To control your opponent, gets the takedown at the bell. Beautiful work from Conor McCarthy.
Solid debut in the Super Cup for Conor McCarthy, and I think we're all agreed that he's done enough to get the decision there, gents.
Yeah, there was that leg kick where he ate the counter left hook. He was a little bit more cautious in the earlier rounds. After he kicked, he threw something to deter Gonzalez from countering in that instance, but he ate that left hook. Because here, these are the low blows, and there's the strike in there, was the counter. And Gonzalez immediately went again for the hip toss. There was a takedown right at the end of the 3rd round for McCarthy, but we will hand it over to the judges to render the official decision. Stay tuned for Sebastian Martinez as we consolidate the scorecards here at cage side.
3 rounds of action. We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored about 30-27 in favor of your winner in the blue corner representing Ireland, Conor McCarthy!
For the very first time, Ireland is now ahead in this Ireland versus Mexico semifinal MMA Super Cup 2022 bout.
All right, the
Ireland
hard-hitting
needs
guys
one
just
more
don't
win
stop
to clinch the
coming,
best
and
of
I'm sure that
five.
will continue in the next two as we move up to light heavyweight. Let's welcome in, representing Team Ireland, Dennis Perry! All right, and let's welcome his opponent, representing Team Mexico, Miguel Ángel Serna Castro! All right, let's begin this light heavyweight action with the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team Ireland, Dennis Perry! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of a red corner, representing Team Mexico, Miguel Ángel Serna Castro! And the referee in charge of this contest is Sulaiman Mudiam.
Light heavyweight action here, 93 kilograms, the MMA Super Cup semi-finals. In the blue corner from Ireland, Dennis Perry. His opponent from Mexico in the red, Miguel Ángel Serna Castro.
Castro making his debut in the competition, got a bye yesterday. Perry losing out by unanimous decision, but once again gets a chance to compete. Little hook there grazed the chin of Perry. And Perry was in an absolute war of attrition yesterday, gentlemen, so you have to wonder just how much of an effect that will have. Big shot landed by Castro.
Perry with some nice pressure up against the
Perry, one of the OGs of Irish amateur mixed martial arts. An absolute gentleman with it as well. Just so happens to hit like an absolute freight train.
Could drop down for that single leg as well. You can see the knee shield there to prevent the knees, but that gives a single leg up in favor of Perry. If you can drop down and clasp that leg, you could have some success there.
Given Perry's very, very hands, strategically, it may be what he wants to do here is separate.
Referee asking for some more action. Castro happy to hold on to that whizzer with the head pressure, the knee shield.
I think the game plan of Castro is just to defend and stall here in the hope that the referee breaks it up. Little cut under the eye of Perry that he sustained yesterday, opening up again.
Perry with the takedown, top position for Perry, looking to pass into side control.
Needs to be wary of that inverted triangle.
Perry showing off his incredible strength. That takedown was
Always looking to isolate Kimura here.
Sitting on the head, has the position.
45 seconds, fairly long time.
He's got to snatch up the figure 4 here.
Now, I'd like to see him get his elbows into the ribs of his opponent, use it like a xylophone to try and get that arm free.
Castro sensing that, trying to fire the elbow to the mat and go flat.
Nice gift wrap from Perry.
Yep.
Oh, there's the Americana. Oh, he switches to the other side. Beautiful work. Dennis Perry cranking the arm. There's a grimace on the face. There's the tap. Beautiful work from Dennis Perry from Ireland with the Americana.
And with that, Ireland moves forward to the finals of the MMA Super Cup 2022. Huge comeback win for Ireland. They came back from 1-3 to now 5-3.
Go on, big Dennis Perry, getting it done for Ireland.
Take a look at the replay here. Perry looking to turn that into a takedown, but Castro able to stay on his feet. Perry charged in here. There was a scramble that ensued and a takedown attempt from Perry that proved fruitful to this position here. Shoulder lock. The second he got the elbow down to the head, it gained him the momentum to force pressure through the shoulder. Castro had to tap to get out of that position. Yeah, nasty submission on the shoulder.
Just sweeping the back of the hand down like a paintbrush to elicit the tap. Poetry in motion from the big man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, referee Suleiman Gurian has called a stop to the action at 2 minutes and 48 seconds of round number 1. Declaring the victor by Americana.
And Team Ireland now has 5 victories, securing a spot in the finals.